I've been on so many different stages. You know, I've performed at birthday parties of 20 kids, such as this one, and I've been on stages in front of 1,100 people. So, I mean, I love it. I mean, I see myself doing this till I can't walk.
So you are a children's entertainer.
Yes.
What does that look like?
So basically, I started out about 30 years ago, and then I go to preschools, schools, theaters, birthday parties, festivals, and I just go on stages and entertain the kids with a bunch of zaniness and try to make them laugh.
So you do this full time now, right?
Yeah, I've been full time for about 25 years now.
And what did you do before this full time? Like, how did you get here?
I was a teacher. So I was a teacher, and then I also worked at one of those places called Discovery Zone, which is, is one of those indoor play areas, and I was one of the party hosts, and parents were always calling me to wanted me to host their kids' party, because you got paid like 80 cents an hour, but then you'd get tips if you entertained somebody's party well and stuff. I used to do whatever I could to make the kids laugh and fall over chairs. I'd come out of the room with cake on my face. Then finally it dawned on me one day, and I was like, I can do this on my own. And Brand started out, and 30 years later, I'm still here.
So when we watch your performance today, what sort of things can we expect? Is it like a comedy show for kids?
Lots of laughter, lots of laughter. Lot of interactions. The kids, the kids jump up. They move. I keep them. I just keep the flow going. You notice, I mean, because these kids are 4. So I don't stay on one trick longer than about 4 seconds. I do a trick and then I'm on to something else, and it's not like I do a trick and it's not like a 15-minute card trick that I'm doing. There's a lot of slapstick comedy in my show. And, oh, the guys, there's something else in there. What's that doing in there? Ah! Hello? No, guys, keep it down, guys. I'm on the phone, please. Hello! Here's what we're gonna do. On the Sloan. 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 I lost Sloan. Sloan! I can't find her, guys. Oh, wow!
What's your favorite part of your job?
Meeting a lot of interesting people, I mean, I see a lot of, the parents are great. Where else do you show up to work and everybody just runs up to see you? It's like, you get the best welcome every time you show up. I just love, the interactions I have. I mean, there's been, I did a party the other, not too long ago where it was for a 4-year-old. I did the mom's party when she was 4. There was another party where there was a 5-year-old, a 13-year-old, and an 18-year-old there, and I did all of their 5-year-old parties in the same house. So I've had some long relationships with some of the parents, and just so yeah, I've been around for a while.
Does it ever feel like a challenge to you, or are there other challenges to your job that?
No, your job would be challenging for me. This job is pretty second nature at this point. But no, I just, I feel like, you see, I don't wear a costume. I just sort of dress as is. I show up, sit all the kids on the floor, and I just feed off their energy. I've honestly always felt like it was a sort of a dream answered by God. And I felt like I prayed on it. I asked what I'm going to do with my life, and 30 years later, I'm still here. So, I can't think of anything better.